Hey everyone, I thought I'd come on here and give you guys a little bit of an update for no other reason than the fact that it is like 9 in the evening and I am very bored. Um, and a lot has happened in my life in the last, I want to say 9 months since I interacted with you guys. In fact, the last video that I did interacting with you guys involves that clock that just chimed behind me. Not that one, but the first clock you guys just heard. So I thought I'd tell you guys a little bit about how life has been going. Just kind of give you guys little bitty bits of ideas. Before anybody kind of starts to ask a lot of questions that I know you guys have, I genuinely do not know if I am planning on coming back and making content full time. You guys know that I have been really shaky with that in the past, so I am not going to promise anything right now. That is just honestly where I am. This channel really started out as just me as a 16-year-old kid, which, by the way, election day of this year, November 5th, was my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. In fact, that is not the reason I made this. That is not the reason I'm making this at all. It just so happens that I literally just thought about it right now. And then I think the first video, I think I posted a couple public videos that very same night, and then I, for some reason, ended up deleting them, which I so regret now because they were Invader Zim videos and they were actually really cute. And they were made with a really awesome Samsung video editor that I know Samsung brought back the video editor in recent years, but from what I have seen, it's nowhere near the same as it was on the Samsung Note 3, which was the phone that I used to make those videos, and they were just really special to me, and I really regret deleting them. But ever since I started this channel in 2014, I started this channel to make my own Invader Zim episodes, because I actually sort of started this channel out of jealousy, because someone who I ended up voice acting for, some of you guys who are really close with me, you guys know who I'm talking about, she was making her own Invader Zim episodes, and I was really jealous of that, and I really wanted to make my own episodes of Zim myself. And so it started out as an Invader Zim channel, and then a lot of stuff mentally happened that I've talked about a bunch before, to where I felt pushed out of Invader Zim, and then I made my Teachers and Alien videos, and that was the thing on this channel for a while. I've gone through a lot of name changes on this channel, and then I finally kind of realized my own sort of personal identity crisis with my own legal name, and that's how Aria's Voice kind of became my channel name. I think I finally settled on that channel name in like 2020. And the thing that brought a lot of you guys here is Transformers. And you guys know I've talked at length in several videos about the sort of tumultuous relationship I have with Transformers and my own mental health and just the way that it was introduced to me, all that stuff. I'm sorry, I thought my cat was gonna puke again. She already puked once tonight. She's fine, just cats eat too fast and then they like puke up everything they eat. So yeah, doesn't happen often, but sometimes, especially with the one cat who is deciding she's going to be playful right now. Rainy is her name. Oh, and then Stormy just chased after her. Yeah, so yeah, I still like Transformers. I haven't made much content for it for a while, and you guys know exactly why. Transformers is like the main thing my channel is known for, and I'll be honest with you guys, I've said this before, I'll say it again, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. In fact, honestly, I do know how I feel about it. Looking back on it, I kind of wish Invader Zim had stayed the main focus of my channel. But I also really wanted to give my channel to sort of any hyperfixation that I have at the moment, because I'm autistic, if you guys don't know, and hyperfixation sort of guide like everything I do in my life. In fact, truth be told, I have a brand new recent hyperfixation that if I'm not careful, I will ramble on this entire video about, but I want to get into the life update stuff that you guys may or may not care about. I have no idea. Some of you guys are probably looking at this like, oh my god, she's not dead. I don't know if I'm coming out of the land of the dead or not. I just, again, I was bored, and then midway through recording this realized, shoot, man, 10 years on this freaking platform. And that's a lot. Like, for bigger YouTubers like LGR, who surpassed 10 years in 2017, he's going on 17 years now on YouTube, which, by the way, guys, he's going through a real hard time. So if you guys are interested in old computer videos, watch his videos. By watching his videos, you give him some money. He lives in North Carolina, to give you an idea of the hard time he's going through right now. So yeah, anyways, like, you see the big YouTubers do a bunch of stuff for their 10-year anniversary, and I don't know how big I am. Have I even reached 3,000 subscribers yet? I don't have a separate device right now. Actually, I do. I have my Mac, but YouTube is horrible on a Mac to try to figure out where everything is. Or not even on a Mac, just on friggin' line in general, because I use my phone for bloody everything, because I'm visually impaired and shit. But I've lost the entire track of what I was gonna say. Because I do that, and I ramble, and that was this whole point of this channel, was for me to ramble. To the life update stuff. The primary reason I have not made videos on this channel in almost a year is simply because I didn't really have any ideas. And honestly, I have gone through a major creative slump. For the past, I want to say 3 years, if not more. And I have no idea why. I kind of slightly got my creativity back when my fiance and I moved in together, in September of last year. No, August of last year. August of last year. And then we moved to this new place we were in, where the video about the clock, the mantle clock, I don't even know if you can see the mantle clock. But if you've watched the video about the mantle clock, it was filmed in this lifeless gray husk of an apartment that we moved into primarily to be closer to family. And honestly, we felt way further away from everybody moving into there. And the depression was horrible. And I've talked about horrible depressions before. I've talked about a lot of really healthy, heavy topics before, but the depression at this place that I went in was like worse than any of the ones that I've been through. I lost touch with people that I really consider my friends. One of them I talked to because it was her birthday, and then the other one reached out to see how I was doing, and we actually watched a couple episodes of Solar Balls last night together, which was really, really fun because I haven't done anything with this friend in like over a year. In fact, we haven't chatted with any major consistency since sorry, I'm just trying to listen for the noises of whatever my cats are doing. But we haven't chatted with any major consistency for like a year and a half now. And so I'm really glad to get back into the groove with that. But one of the reasons I'm able to do that and I feel really good is because we finally moved out of the lifeless gray husk. If you guys have seen my older videos where I pasted a link to my clock app, which, by the way, I am active on again. If I remember, I'll drop it down in the description, but it should be either Arya's voice or the voice of Arya. One of them's the profile, one of them's the username. If you search there, you'll find me. I look exactly the same as I do right now with the black hair. Yeah, I need to get my roots done, something awful. That's a Christmas present to myself, that will get done in December. But anyways, if you have not been following me on the clock app, then let me tell you sort of what's been going on. my fiance and I thought we were going to get a house. This was a decision that was made in March of this year. So literally not even 2 months after we moved into this lifeless gray husk, because when we when we rented the lifeless gray husk, we rented it sight unseen, which was the biggest freaking mistake. I am never buying or renting or doing anything sight unseen ever again. If I had known the mess we were going to get into. But anyways, we had known that we did not like it the second we were in there. Our furniture barely fit. It was awful, honestly. So we knew we were going to get out of there within the year lease, because it was not a 6-month lease, it was a year. So we started to save up for a house, for a down payment on one. And then someone very close to us ended up losing their house, which really put our family into a chaotic tailspin. And it was decided conjointly among my fiance and my family that we would forego the house in favor of my close friend, the close person to our family, being able to get it, so that they could have a place to be. I'll be honest, it was a decision that was made very easily, because I couldn't have owned my own place when someone we're very close to is homeless, right? And so we were like, okay, where are we gonna go? And so we're back basically where we were when we first moved in together. Did I even mention when we moved into the lifeless gray house? We moved into the lifeless gray house in January. We lived from August to January in the first place we were, which is where the engagement vlog takes place and the hair dye vlog takes place. And we literally moved to the lifeless gray house to be closer to family. And then, like I said, we ended up feeling even more disconnected from them than we were. And so than we were where we were before. And so that, coupled with the fact that our furniture didn't fit, the property had a lot of little things they hid in their contract that we didn't know about. The fact that in many cases our privacy was invaded, we had to get out of there. And so we're basically different complex, but super close to where we were before is where we are now. In fact, we're in the exact same apartment that my parents had when I was a baby. Literally the exact same unit, which is really, honestly, freaking hilarious. It makes me laugh when I think about it, honestly. Like, if these walls could talk, they could probably remind me of really embarrassing shit that I did as a toddler, and I wouldn't want to hear it. Because that's how life goes. We moved into this place. We actually got the keys on my birthday. And then we moved in officially November 1st. Literally that day. And that was a whole story and a half, because the movers canceled on us. And so we had to find other people to move us, like, super last minute. But we got it done. We got it done, and we were super grateful to have gotten it done. And now we're here. And honestly, the cats are doing so well here. So at the old place we lived in, which was built in 1972, there were actually things called rooms, like a dining room area and a kitchen and a living room. And so it wasn't this open cavern, and the cats, well, we only had one cat at the time, Rainy, and she had, like, places to hide and explore and be. And there were things called closets where we could store things. The lifeless gray husk, which was built in 2022, oh no, 2020, not 22, had none of those things. There were no coat closets, no linen closets. The only thing we had were our bedroom closets, a laundry closet, and a storage room. The entire floor plan was one big open thing where like rooms were off of it. There were no hallways. There were no little hidey places for the cats to be. And honestly, you guys, our cats were miserable. Like, seeing the beautiful personalities they have come out here just honestly made me realize how miserable they were at the Lifeless Grey Husk. And so, we are now here at this place, and we couldn't be any happier if we freaking tried. Christina and I are just thriving. We're unpacking and we know where to put things, whereas at the old place, like, we got in there and we because we spent like a couple, I think it was a couple of weeks actually, no, it was only a week. We spent a week on an air mattress and with only like an office floor chair and a dog bed for humans, which is called a pluffle, on the ground, surrounded by boxes, and having no idea where to put anything we owned because all of our knickknacks couldn't go anywhere because we didn't have display shelving. And I know this sounds like a weird thing to complain about, but like, it started this horrible cycle of us just being incredibly overwhelmed all the freaking time. And so many things were put on the back burner and left behind or just completely forgotten about. Which I am very happy to say we have not done here. Now, granted, we've only been here, see, today's the 12th, is that right? Pardon me for setting off everybody's Amazon Echoes. Alexa, what's today's date?
Today is Wednesday, November 13th.
13th, okay. I think I know someone with a birthday November 13th. Or were they the 14th? I don't know. But anyway, today's November 13th. And so, we've been here almost 2 weeks. Yeah, that makes sense because we moved in a week ago this last Friday. Wow, it's already the middle of the second week. Holy crud. Anyway, we've been here almost 2 weeks and we have had nothing but energy. We've had nothing but motivation. We've been nothing but happy. There's been no anxiety, no depression. We are in like the most ideal place we could be in. This place that we're in now was built in 1970. There are things called rooms again. We have closets again, even more so than we had at the first place. It is really, really freaking nice. This place is a little bigger than either of the places we've had before. Our furniture freaking fits, and the design of the furniture actually matches sort of the design of the house. Because if you guys know me, I think I've mentioned before, like, my dream is to have like a granny house. I really think we have fulfilled that dream in here. And we're not even like, I want to say we're halfway done unpacking right now. We haven't laid our rugs down. Our dining room table has nothing but clocks on it. It has not been eaten on once since it's been here. But yeah, we are thriving and living and happy, and I just thought I'd let you guys know where Aria is 10 years from when she started her channel in her bedroom to spite someone who didn't even know she was spiting her. Just to make Invader Zim episodes, and then never following through and actually making Invader Zim episodes. This channel has had such a bad history of following through with anything, and that's why I don't promise anything anymore, because I would just I would get really creative for like a month, and then I would go through like 6 months of a creative slump, or a year, or 2 years, or 5 years. And so I just thought I'd come on here, say hi. For those of you guys who, oh, I know what else happened at the Lifeless Grey Husk, actually. That's the listen along we did for Transformers Prime, the live stream. If anyone has gotten the chance to watch that post, I don't know if it's still up, because obviously we did listen to Transformers Prime. There's a chance the gods of the algorithm took it down. I'll have to check that, actually. I probably shouldn't have mentioned that before I checked it, but if you guys were there for that or have watched that, that also happened to the Lifeless Grey Husk. And honestly, that was just a spontaneous spontaneous spurt of creativity that we have not had in, like I said, for me, over a year. In fact, the only reason I made the video about the clock that I talked about was simply because that thing is a freaking miracle. If you don't know the story of my miracle clock, I think that's what the video is called. It's, I think, like the 3rd video down on my channel, or the 4th, something like that. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Again, I'm not going to promise anything because I don't know where my brain is going to be. I would love to create content for my current hyperfixation on this channel, but by the same token, I understand how jarring it has to be for people when you come here for one thing and then that thing goes away. Thankfully, I don't have any bad mental health issues associated with this new hyperfixation. In fact, it's nothing but good things with this because, like, I associate it with the move and finally getting out of the old place we were in. But by the same token, I just don't want to jar anybody who might have come for something and then I'm not doing that something anymore, which goes without saying. I don't see, other than maybe other listen-alongs right now in this moment as I sit on this couch, I do not see Transformers coming back to this channel. I still like it. In fact, I really love Earthspark. I am among a breed of people that does, in fact, like and is okay with Nightshade. I understand a lot of people aren't, and that does break my heart, but this is a safe space. But by the same token, I don't see any new content for Transformers being made in the near future, if I'm just being very bluntly honest, other than maybe, like I said, the listen-alongs for TF Prime, or any other thing that we choose to watch, live stream wise. Could be Invader Zim, could be Solar Balls. Probably won't be Steven Yeun because Steven Yeun is new enough to where, like, YouTube will completely destroy that. But yeah. If you guys have chosen to stick with me through this entire video, thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it more than you know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Whenever that is. Could be, I don't know, a week from now, could be a year from now. I don't know. Anyway, I love y'all. Bye. Oh, wonderful. Did you just puke on my tripod? No, but you puked very close to it. Yeah, we're gonna end the video with the cat puking on the tripod. This will probably end up being in bloopers. I didn't want to have to do any editing, Rainy. Jeez. Ugh.